This is Nexadon, and welcome to Starsector. Actually, we're going here, and we're going to turn the music way down. We're going to start a new game. Let's pick our... I used to listen to this. I used to play this game all the time. Got really far into it. I used mods that had different portions and different ships, stuff like that. This is just plain vanilla, and so I don't see anybody that catches my interest, so we'll just pick the normal guy, and we won't. Fewer planets. We want mixed. Usually, what I do is let's mix the stars and planets. We're gonna play normal. Name is Nexadon, of course. Nexadon. I don't know who that is, but I don't think that's gonna be my name. And we are going to take Hammerhead, and we're going to play it on I usually play on easy because this game is super hard, but we're going to play on normal this time. We are going to play the tutorial, so we'll have a couple extra ships when we get started. Now let me remember how to play. I haven't played since March or April, something like that. The game's only $15. You go through and you buy it from this company. I forgot the name of the company. I'll put a link down below. Welcome to the sector. Your fleet is in the middle of nowhere and critically low on supplies. If you don't require more supplies, your fleet will suffer through a slow but ultimately fatal decline. And these are our ships. Now, there's a lot of information to go through, which we will. Fortunately, there's a debris field nearby. Move up into it and activate your scavenge ability to search it for useful cargo. It's possible to scavenge through the same debris field multiple times, but there are diminishing returns and increased risk with each attempt. Only scavenge once here. I gained the ability to scavenge. Make sure to take all the supplies and any other valuable cargo, but feel free to leave the cheap and bulky metals behind. To get your fleet moving, click an empty space in the direction you want to move. Alright. Scroll out, you see we left click once, go up here. We've got scavenge right now. You have to be within a certain distance for it to work. I always like my scavenge to be down here. Hello. Scavenge to be down here. Rid of that. Okay, go back up there. I clicked through it. Alright. Let me pause it right here so we can talk about this stuff. Alright. Right here is our money. This is the amount of food we have. This is how much food per day that we're using. We're using 1.1. That means we have 108 days of food right now. As you get more people, you use more food. The further distances you go, you use more food. If you run out of food, your people will die and the game will end. Not instantaneously, you will starve to death and it'll be horrible. Alright, this right here is our fuel. Right now we've got 135 out of 450 fuel. Let's see. Back in here. This right here is our speed. You have different levels of speed. You can go regular speed and then you can burst. And burst speed takes more. And then when you go through a warp into the warp dimension, you will use even more fuel. As I remember, this is our sensor range. This is how far out we can see things that are coming towards us. This right here, detection range, is how far out things can detect us from. And this is our repairs if we need to repair any of our ships. This is our hull and armor status. When this goes down, that means our ship is going to be destroyed. And this right here is our combat readiness. Now, as we do things, our combat readiness goes down. It needs to be above 70% to be able to actually fight at optimal levels. We also have all these down here. Character shows our character. These are the different abilities we can get. Combat is abilities for our own ship. Leadership is our armada. Industry is for our planet-side bases and our ones in space, our space stations. And technology is for our fleet and everything we use in it. Our ship is like piloted ship, 50% weapon recoil, our piloted ship, and then our ship, all ships in the fleet, it's a mix. Fleet, this is our fleet ship page where we can look at all the different ships. These right here, these are people who are manning our ships for us. You know, we don't have anybody in here, so they're just got regular AIs. We can also click on our ships and move them around as to what number we want to be first. The first one right here is the one we are piloting. You can see right here. You come in here and you get information. This game has a lot and lots of information that you need to use in order to do the best you can. Like cargo capacity is how much you can scavenge and take back and sell. Let's see what else. Fuel capacity, of course, is how much capacity each one of them can carry. Your maximum crew is how many. If you do the maximum crew, the ship runs the best it can. It takes at least 50 on this ship to run it all. Sense profile, the larger the numbers, the farther away it takes. The farther away you can sense things. Hull integrity. That's how much damage you take overall before you get destroyed. Armor rating is how much damage they have to do to get through to your hull. Shield, everything like that. Flux capacity is how much energy that when you shoot your weapons, you have to have so much flux capacity to be able to shoot your weapons before they stop working. And of course, top speed is your speed. Down below that, system is different systems you put in place do different things. Like the one that's on here, accelerated ammo feeder, provides a flux cost reduction, which means it costs less flux for them to fire shots, and the rate of fire of ballistic weapons is increased. I got mounts. Now, what mounts are places on your ship that you can place weapons, like machine guns, missile launchers, things of that nature. Armament is what is on those mounts. See, like got 2 rail guns, 2 lasers, 2 harpoon missile launchers, and 2 heavy mortars. The hull modifications are what you put on your ship to make it better, but you can also have negative effects. Like there's compromised hull right there at D. Oops, not D. Go back there. Delete. You. It doesn't show it on that. You gotta go to this one. Right there. Let's see. Monthal, no. Suspension, repairs, retrofit. Actually, it might be refit. Yeah, but you gotta be at the base to do that. Yeah, see. You can lose combat readiness if you're not at a base to do it. But if you can look right over here, must be at okay. Another main thing is weapons groups. Now, what this is when you're fighting in a battle, when you press 1, these are the things that fire when you press the first button, right there. See those? Or whatever the button this relates to. And then on number 2, when you shoot, both these shoot at the same time. And then when you press 3, these two shoot at the same time. And then you press 4. These two shoot at the same time. Usually, I don't shoot my missiles at the same time. I have them spaced out. That way you can shoot one at a time instead of shooting two. Lasers I keep together. Railguns I keep together. Mortars I keep together too. We go okay on that. Let's see. Now then, let's get a little bit deeper. As you look right here, this is our heavy mortar, which takes 7 operating points to run. And see right there, it's anti-armor, range is 700. If you look to the left over there, I'm pointing like you can see me point. You see the range is 700, damage is 110 times 2, which is 220 damage per second. Now it takes 180 flux per second to run this thing, and for every shot gives you a 90 flux bonus. Well, shouldn't be bonus, extra when you run it. The damage type is high explosive. It's 200 versus armor, but only 50 versus shields. Now that's a huge thing. That means it is half as effective against shield than it is normal damage. So what you need to do is you need to have something to knock the shields down first, which is what the lasers are for. Knock the shields down and then fire the mortars to hit the actual ship itself. When you get later on, you'll have 20 or 30 different weapons and stuff going off at one time. So you'll need to know these things, or they'll destroy you before you can ever destroy them. Accuracy is very poor. What that means is if you're shooting at somebody and you have very poor accuracy, them shots are going to go wide. You want the best accuracy ones you can get. Burst sizes too. It's going to fire 2 at a time. Refire delay. It takes 1 second to reload. Let's see. These are the harpoons up here. These are small missiles. What that is for? See the range on it's 2,500. Damage is 750. Again, only 50% versus shields. You need to knock them shields down first, then fire your missiles in there. Also, you get different missile types you can put in here. I mean, not missile type. Different features and stuff. Like, instead of having just regular ammo mount, with this one, it's 100%, so it's doubled. The blast doors right here installs hermetic and heavily reinforced doors to critical junctures throughout the ship. Increase hull integrity by 20%. And the ship takes 50% fewer crew casualties from hull damage staying no, that's another thing. When your ship is getting hit, it is killing the people on your ship. You can lose so many people that you can't function. If that happens, then you just sit there and die. Integrated targeting unit. Extends the range of ballistic and energy weapons by, this is how many times you put it in there. The first one's 10%, 20%, 40%, 6%. What this is used for is the range of your lasers. As you get longer and longer away from, far away from them, you can hit them from longer away. That means you have less chance of being damaged yourself. And if you come here and add, which we're not going to do, this is a list of the things that you can add to it. Auxiliary thrusters, there's a bunch. We're not going to go through every one of them. But this is what they cost to put on there. And as you take things in and out, that's something you can have. Capacitors. Now what capacitors is how much flux you can take on before it does damage to it. And vents is how fast you get rid of flux. These are two huge things as well. And you got to balance all this stuff together. It seems a little confusing at first, but it gets easier. There we go, okay. Your fleet assumes a stable orbit relative to the debris field. The field appears stable and will not drift apart anytime soon. Long-range scanners indicate it's likely something of value could be found inside. There are indications of some easy pickings to be had, and the risk of an accident during a salvage operation is low. As you salvage it, place more and more, this will go down and this will go up. We're going to access it, and right now we're going to use 80 crew members and 30 heavy machinery to scavenge. Our percentages is 0%. We don't have any bonuses because we don't have any heavy machinery. We don't have any scavenging skills. We don't have any freak-wide scavenging skill. We only have one crew available that we can use, and the refill defense is only 0.5. So 1 times 0.5 is 1, and so get 0. Though it should be 1, but that's not percent. That's just how many crew is available. You get 0.5 per crew available, so none. Let's begin. All right, we got 20 supplies and 10 heavy machinery. We're going to take all and confirm and continue. Well, they told us not to do that but one time, so that's all we're going to do. So now we're going to press F5 to quick save. It isn't important to save your game because weird stuff will happen. Things will come in there. There'll be a guy that you haven't seen in 300 turns will pop up, and he'll have an armada with him and wipe you out. So make sure you save a lot. A pirate fleet is approaching. First, you'll spot it as a sensor contact, then as an unidentified fleet, and then, when it gets very close, you'll see its true colors. That's our fleet. Let's continue. Don't worry, the pirate ship is a shoddy rust bucket, and if you do lose, you can press F9 to quick load. Okay. Even so, combat can be expensive, especially if there's no bounty on the enemy you fight. Deploying ships into battle reduces their combat readiness, and recovering CR consumes replies. Yes, it does. Battle damage can cost even more supplies to repair. Also, the more ships you send in, the more supplies and everything it takes to run it. So if you're low on supplies, don't send all your ships in. If you're doing a scavenging something, just send in the bare minimum. If you see 2 or 3 ships coming here, don't send 7 ships out to kill them. Later on, conserving resources and everything is huge until you get into mid-tier game. Alright. However, fighting is often necessary to survive. Wait for the pirate fleet to approach, then defeat them. Okay. So we're waiting. There it is. We'll just go to them. Boom. You notice how it turned red. See, held in reserve. The only thing they got is one Cerebus P-Class Standard Combat Freighter. It's ready for deployment. Combat rating is only at 55%. It's at 100 hull integrity. It's nothing. Let's go ahead and open the comm link and talk to them. The pirate ship maneuvers to prevent you from disengaging easily. It does not appear to be certain of your identity. Any hostilities will have a reduced impact on your reputation. If a spacer steals food to feed his family, his comrades, they call it piracy. If that makes me a pirate, then I'd rather be a pirate than some poor tools saluting the Phoenix. Well, their pirates are automatically hostile against us at -65. We don't care. We're going to kill them. Yes, we're going to move into a gauge. I'm going to combat it myself. You can select which ships to deploy. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to deploy 1, 2, and that's it. We don't need to deploy everything else because, like I said, it costs to do it. Now this screen right here, as we can see, it's divided up into squares. And you got, this is how many deployment points we got. Deployment points is what we use to do different maneuvers and stuff with our ships. Command points, we use those to do direct orders to our fleet. Instead of just saying overall, let's go up here. You take command of each one until each one of them were to fire and stuff. That takes points. Just disengage. The higher this is, it makes us leave without, not being able to. Full assault, full retreat. That kind of self-explanatory. Alright. We're going to get down here. Oops. There it is. Alright, the enemy fleet is defeated. Press escape to end the battle. I'm going to press escape. Alright. Tells us what we did. Your forces were able to gain a complete victory in the last engagement. Your forces were able to recover some combat readiness as they controlled the battle space and the engagement is limited. Relationship with pirates reduced by 3. Now we're at negative 68. Who cares? Salvage crews are able to recover 348 credits from the CPU core still active in the wreckage. Okay. Now we're going to pick through the wreckage. Now what we found was supplies, fuel, and metals. Yep. So, of course, fuel, that's how we fly. Metals is how we do different crafting when we have a base set up. So we just sell them mainly. And, of course, supplies is what we use for food. There we go. Your supply consumption just going up. Recurring combat readiness. Use deploy. Yes, yes. Okay. Alright. Now I'm level 2. So go to character. What I usually do is I do my leadership stuff first. Let's see. This means we get plus command points. We recover command points faster. And then coordinated movers and other things gives that. That means we're able to use 6 officers, so we can put 6 people in control of ships instead of the 4 we can now. Flagship and ships with an officer in command nearly guaranteed to be recoverable. Okay, now what that means is if you're fighting and a ship gets destroyed, if you don't have the ability to recover that ship, then you lose it. But if you have somebody in the ship and the roll is good enough, then you can reclaim it at the end and then have to fix it back up. Each developed ship gains 1 to 4% speed, top speed, which is pretty good. 15% crew loss to fighter losses in combat. Negative 20% crew loss to fighter losses in combat. 25 top speed and maneuverability. This is one I usually take at first because catching up with ships to destroy them is a big deal. But we got to go one here first, and then we'll go that one, and that's all we have. But let's see, the last one is 25 plus 25% missile speed and maneuverability, and 25% effectiveness of ground operation defenses. I usually don't do that one at all. But that one right there, I usually take it up to no, that's not the one I used to do. Let me reset that. Peak operating time, speed, maneuverability, ballistic, 50% damage, weapons and energy. Shields. That's it. Yeah, I'd take this one first. There we go. Confirm. Alright. Because I let my other guys kind of roam free, and I come and take out the ships myself. Press F5 again for quick save. Alright, where to next? You've gained a level. Normally you gain 1 character point with each level up, but you get an additional 3 points at the start of your campaign. Okay? You can spend character points to increase aptitude and skills. Each aptitude governs a set of skills, and the maximum level of a skill is limited by the level of the governing aptitude. The maximum level you can reach is 50. Once character points are spent, they cannot be refunded. Yes. Press C to open the counter tab. Yeah, you've already told me to do that. Finish. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. We have 2 more character points. In order to go up to the second level, you gotta have level 2 of that. That's the way it works. But reset that. There's another one. What is this one? Recoil, flux capacity, maximum flux capacity. Yes, that one's there. That one's there. That way we can, like it says, detect in-system entities at a very long range, unreliable with false readings. And what that means is, when we go in there, we'll ping a system, and it will tell us what's around us. Like if there's enemy ships, if there's lost derelicts, spaceships, space stations, asteroids and stuff like that. This is a great skill to get up. Also, when you go dark, which we'll find out in just a minute. We'll talk about that when it comes in here in a little bit. Alright, shortly after dispatching the fires, you receive a top beam communication from the system's main inhabited world, Ankara. The message is brief and asks you to travel there and contact Space Station Commander Agatar as soon as possible. Okay. Let's lay in a course for Ankara. You don't need to do this to travel, but it helps keep track of where you're going and how long it will take to get there. After missing this dialogue, press E to open the intel screen to view the details of the message you've just received. Select the message and click Show on the Map button to open the blah 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 lane of course. Yes, okay. You can also press Tab to open the main map and locate it manually once we know how to do that. Okay. E. Right there. Show on map. Then you see how it's right there. Whoop. Yep. Lane course. Thank you. And there it goes. Now you see the speed we're going now. You see when I press shift. Well, you can't now. Acker's pretty far away, and it'll take a while to get there at this rate. The sustained burn ability is useful for long distance traveling. Activating it will briefly stop the fleet and reduce its acceleration to a minimum, but the maximum burn level will be much higher. A sustained burn can be interrupted by other fleet activity activating on interdictic pulse. Blah blah blah. Yep. Activate sustained burn to get to Acronia more quickly. You can also press and hold shift to speed up the time, which is what I was doing. Alright. Interdict pulse. Oops. I always put it over here. And this right here is neutron detonator. I put it over here. And that's sustained burn. I put it over here. Dude. That's not what I asked for. That's what I asked for. And we zoom right along. Your fleet is getting closer to Ankara, which is controlled by the Hergonomy. Yeah, that major militaristic faction in the sector. While in this space, the fleet is required by law to identify itself by keeping its transponder turned on. This is viewed shared by most, though not all, major factions. Alright. Well, turning on the transponder makes your fleet highly visible, and everyone seeing it will know who you are. Unlike that pirate fleet you fought earlier, which you had to be very close to positively identify. Excuse me. Keeping your transponder on is a crippling disadvantage in hostile space, but as we're getting closer to the port, we'd like to dock there, so it's a good idea to turn it on. Activate the transponder before getting close. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what this also means, let me pause it right here, is if you're out flying in space and you have your transponder on, that means ships from further away can see you and know where you are and who you are. That also means that if you turn it off, good guys will see you and they will chase you down because you don't have it on, and you'll lose faction with that. You'll lose with that faction. Reputation, there we go. You'll lose reputation with that faction, and if you lose enough, of course, you become hostile and they'll attack you on sight. So it's good to turn it off when you're out of system, but when you're in the system, turn it on. Just makes sense. So boom. Alright. Here's the different things that we can do. Take a shuttle down to visit the dark side bar. Consider your military options. Open the comm directory. That's what we're going to do. And you see this guy has a little asterisk right there. He wants to talk to us. Oh, there. Click the one, end the conversation, open the comm, click on this guy, and then I could use a refresher on recent events. No, we don't go help him. That's a lot of reading. I'll let you read right now, and then YD. My reputation improved by 1 with her hermogamy, yeah, whatever you want to say, and improved by 2 with this person specifically. What's the plan? I need to go dark, get close, get the stuff, and get away. Okay. We're going to dismiss. We're going to see if they have anything we need. As you can see, they have food. Now, this is not the same as supplies. Food is things you take from one place to another to sell for money. Supplies is what your crew eats to stay alive. So we're going to... Oh, there's another thing too. Okay. If you do on the open market and you don't have high enough reputation, they will going to charge you taxes. See? Tariffs, 42 cents. We only receive 99. That's just the cost of doing business. Alright, we're going to sell that. We've got enough. That's too much. There we go. We're going to take 21 of these. And we're going to take some fuel. 19 fuel. Alright. I'm going to tell you what happens. If you're out in space and flying around and you run out of fuel, your ship goes to the nearest wormhole and sits there. You can fly around in space, in a sector, but when you're going through the warp drive, you cannot. You will just sit there. So keep enough fuel is always good. So let's confirm that. So we have plenty of fuel and food. Then we'll go back to leave. Alright. That is our emergency burn. And to go dark, of course, we'll turn that off. Okay. We're going to tab. There we go. Here's where we want to go. Is up here to this space station. Click it. And of course, fly towards it. Exit first. Come back here. Oops. Back here. Let's do a little quick search right here. Huh. Well, there's nothing here worth having. Fly her a little bit over here then. Alright, there we go. Nope, nothing. Alright, we're going to leave it alone then. Okay. We're going to... Hello? There we go. Alright. When we get closer... Okay. There it is. Oh, oh, come back, come back. Now go to it. Hurry. Ah! We got in without being detected. Alright. Open the con directory. We see this girl right here is the one who wants to talk to us. They give us the stuff. Cut the comm length. Leave. Boost. There you go. We got in and out without being detected. And that was our mission. Boom. Open the comm directory. Go talk to this guy. We gained 2 with Hermongemy, Regime, how do you want to say it? And 4 with him. Now they're saying there's some ships down there that we can go take. Sure, we'll do that. Thank you. Active sensor burst. That's what I was talking about earlier. We'll leave here. And that's our sensor burst. And we can put it over here. And we can get rid of that. And this go over one. There we go. See, active Okay, we see something that was right up there. We already know that. They were just there. I forgot to turn it on. That could have been bad if one of the guards came out. See that little spot right there? That's where we're going to. Ooh, I hit an asteroid. Alright. There we go. Okay, now each one of these is a ship. We click on it. We're going to go to it, explore. Begin salvage operations. There's nothing here worth value, so we lost that one. Same thing, explore. Begin salvage operation. Nothing there. Explore. Begin salvage operation. Nothing there. Wow, I've never had this much bad luck before. That's because I'm recording. There we go. Ship recovery. Now, what that means is, if you look at this thing, it is pretty messed up. Let's consider it. What's it number? Yeah, it's got 2 right there. We'll take that. If it has a 3 or more little orange lines there, you don't want that, because that means it has 3 systems at least. See, right now it's got increased maintenance and glitch sensor rate. We can fix that for money, but it is operable. I mean, you can use it. So, and see, we ain't going to have enough crew. If we take it, that's okay, because we're going to go right back there and get crew. Yes, I know. Go. I know. Did you go to it? Thank you. Ooh. That's only got 2. We're going to take it too. Go here. Explore. Sure. See, it has 3. We are not going to do that. No. Not now. We're going to salvage it. Ooh, we get a Vulcan cannon. Now, you can recover weapons and armor and stuff from these and use them on your own ship. That's where a lot of your stuff comes from. I'm going to take all. We'll see if that's better than what we have. If not, then we'll sell it. Another thing is, too, while we're talking about, I mean, these are in-depth things, but you don't ever want to sell blueprints on the open market. What happens is pirates buy the blueprints on the open market, and then they increase the power of their ships using the blueprints that you sold. So if you don't want super powerful pirates, don't sell them that. What's this? This is a frigate. No, we're going to go ahead and salvage that one. Don't care about a frigate. Okay, take all. And this one right here. Don't care about a shuttle either. We are not going to recover it. Nope. Again, salvage operations. What do we get there? We got a dual auto cannon. Okay, take all. Confirm. Then we're going to fly back up. Go up here. See that security attachment? If we didn't have our beacon turned back on, they would come after us and it'd be bad. Yep. Okay, we're gonna go repair ships. It costs us 41 supplies to repair our ships. Let's go down here. We're going to look at refits. Okay. See what we got. Ordnance points. Okay. And what happens is when you get these guys, let me look at our fleet. I want to put this guy down here. Not that guy. That guy. I want to put that guy back there. There we go. I always put nope right there. There we go. And this over here. That way I know which ones I'm going to keep up front. Then we go refit. And we look at this guy. He's got compromised armor and erratic fuel injector. So we want to get him some There you go. That'll help with the compromised armor. You got an unstable injector. Oh, but that gives us more people. That gives us more fuel. That gives us more maneuverability. I usually take those. And then we have 28 left. So we're going to take not 28, I can't count. 50 something left. Alright, and then we will take hardened subsystems. Increases dispensation. And more cargo so we can carry more stuff. And we got 9 points, so let's knock one capacitor down and take us more fuel tanks. Okay. There's that one. And then we come in here. Oh, we didn't put any weapons. What I usually do is auto fit. And I go for overdriven, affirm, and let it put its own weapons on there. Only generally on my ship itself do I worry about each individual one the way I want to set it up. And see if you do auto fit and you want to strike, affirm, it'll go through and add it. Let's see. That should be everything. So, get out of there. Go back down here. And sell these weapons that I didn't use. So this. Sell that. We'll keep that. Confirm. There we go. And let's see. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please hit thumbs up if you like the video. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that bell for notification. Anytime I upload a new video, you'll be notified. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time.